Hi everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes. As you can tell, here in New York today it's raining, therefore I cannot skate, and therefore I decided to go to the movies because the movie The Many Sense of Newark, the prequel of The Sopranos, is finally out. And I mean, I'm a big Soprano fan, so let me know if you are also. And I was really, I couldn't wait to watch this movie. It's very cool, the name that they gave to this movie, to this film, because many sense means molti santi in Italian, which is exactly the surname of one of the starring characters of the series and of the movie itself as well. It is dark, so I really wanted to do this video because this week we will talk about the Peterson Nightcap, which was again a former Dunhill tobacco. If the 965 was my second or third tobacco ever, this was the next one. So immediately this was the one I got next, or was the early morning, I don't remember. But I mean, the Dunhills were really the tobaccos that started, and definitely the first English mixer I've ever tried. I've always loved the label because it's so evocative, so it's so cool. And again, since I had such a bad experience with the 965 last week, and I still had some of those Peterson in my cellar, I really wanted to get them out of the way as soon as possible. So I also took the Nightcap, and I decided to just, try it so I can, get rid of it. Let's make it clear. What else can I tell you? This was famously one of the three tobaccos that Alfred Dunhill put together for the different time of the days. So we had the early morning that was supposed to be the morning tobacco. Then we had the aperitif, that was supposed to the midday, after lunch, before lunch tobacco. And then we have the nightcap, as the name says, should be the last smoke of the day. So it was supposed to be an English mixture, very full, and very famously it contained Perique, which at the time was considered even more exotic than it is today. I never had experiences as bad as with the 965. The 965 was really disgusting to me in the past as it was in the present. But the Nightcap was just meh kind of tobacco. Just okay. So let's see. I'm curious to try it to see if it improved or not. If it is as full as they say, and in general, at this point, the only goal is to hope that it is better than the 965, as you saw. It was just awful for me. So yeah, that's it. Let's go. Now I'm gonna enjoy the movie. In the meantime, I leave you to the unboxing, and then in a few days, a week, I will have hopefully finished this thing. And I'm saying hopefully because this was not the case with the 965. This was just awful. And I will tell you what I think about it. Let's go. So here it is. This is the label of the Nightcap, pretty popular. I know many of you know it, familiar with it. It's a label that I actually always found pretty beautiful because it's very evocative of its name, Nightcap. So you have this dark night blue, with this nightcap and the pipe and the candle, really, the concept of the last smoke to relax and then just going to sleep. And yeah, it is very, very nice. Funny enough, my Italian fellow pipe smokers, they usually, when they write down Nightcap, they sometimes miswrite it. So they have the typo with the U here. So it's Nightcap in a very different sense, which is again pretty fun because it still makes sense. And considering that I have a lot, I would say, very low expectations about this tobacco, it might actually be appropriate. A rich flavored smoking mixture for the evening with its period of relaxation and leisure. I remember the description a little different, so maybe I'll go and check the old things. I remember that it was clearly written here that Perique is added. It has always been the selling point for this mixture, but I'll check and see if my memory is just fooling me. Peterson Nightcap, the mixture of Latakia, small-leaved Orient, and Perique create a rich, flavored smoking experience. Indulge in a sensation of relaxation and leisure. Mixed cut. And yeah, that's about it. So nothing to it. Just a full. It's supposed to be is a full English mixer with additional and added Perique for additional smokiness and strength as well. So people that used to smoke this 40 years ago always told me that it was a very full mixture that will knock you out. So I don't think it's the case any longer. It has never been the case for all the nightcap that I smoked over the past years, but we'll see how it is currently. When we open the tin, I have just popped it up for the Italian version of the video. You can see that it really looks similar to how the 965 was looking. Maybe it's just a tad bit darker, but I mean, very difficult to tell. It's just this brown with a lot of black leaves that could be pretty much anything. Could be Latakia and Perique, but also Cavendish. When you smell the tobacco, it's very, very, very similar to the same flavor of the 965. I would say like 90% is the same, and then you have this a little additional woody or smoky note. So maybe there is a little more Latakia, or it's just the Perique. So the difference is very slim. It's very little. So that's about it. Again, I have a very, very low expectations about this tobacco, especially after the disappointing experience with the 965. So I just wanted to get this out of the way and out of my cellar. So let's see if I'm wrong, if this is actually something better. And I mean, I would be happy to smoke something better, because the 965 it was awful. It was really just a bad experience. So I really hope this is better, so at least I can enjoy it. Anyway, let's go. So, well, okay, as we did with your brother or cousin or whatever it is, and no, this time I finished this tobacco, and I don't have such a bad review or feeling towards it. So I finished, I smoked it all. So I really cannot say, anything too bad about it, meaning that the 965 was actually awful, terrible, terrible experience. Sorry, let me just this. And yeah, I mean, I didn't enjoy the 965 at all. I mean, you saw it. But with the Nightcap, it was different. It is way, way, way better. But it's not a great. I think it is a full English mixture by any means. I mean, not by my standards. To me, a full English mixture can be the Quiet Nights by GLPs, can be the Penzance, can be the Margate. The Westminster is already mild. So this Nightcap is like pretending to be full while it's not, because it's very, like, not sour, but yeah, it tends to sour. Okay, if you get the Margate, if you get the Penzance, they all tend to the sweetness of the Virginia. Okay, so you feel the sweet notes of the Latakia. With this Peterson, same was with the 965, but that was very bad. In this case, well made. You have all this sourness of, the woody notes, the incense-like notes that are, actually sour, right? Bitter, not sour. Bitter, that's the word. Bitter, sorry. So it tends to the bitterness, but it never gets to the point of the 965. So you have this woodiness, the incense smokiness of the Latakia, the Virginia really in the background, never too sweet, never too present, mild-bodied. So I think that in this case, it is full in the terms of the flavors, because it's so dark, so bitter, but then it's nothing else. I mean, there is not much nicotine, again, not much body. I like more Virginia notes, more sweetness. So it's really a tobacco that I will never buy again. It's really a tobacco that I don't think deserves the price tag, because it is actually, it's, what is it, $15, $16 online, while piece is like 11. So I mean, it's 50% more and it's 50% less good, not the opposite. So again, it's fine, it's okay. It's not as bad as the 965, which to me is like probably the number one worst tobacco I've ever tried. But at the same time, it's a tobacco that why should I buy it? So I really don't know. I really cannot find a place in my preferences and in my smoking habits. So I will never buy it again. Definitely okay, a 5 out of 10. But yeah, I mean, there are so many English mixers on the in the market that you can find that they are better. So I really don't see this space, not even as this concept of the, last smoke of the night. Because I mean, when I want a last smoke of the night, I really want something which is stronger, that gives me that nicotine hit, that a little, I wouldn't say that knock me down, but a little bit at least, give you that drowsiness and you just go to sleep and it's great. Without having the nicotine hit that will actually make you feel bad. So, that spot in the middle. And this is not, because it's too light and too bitter. It doesn't even leave you, your mouth with a pleasant feeling. So, yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And I'll see you next week. Bye.